What's up everyone, welcome to Wingnuts RC. In today's video I'm going to go over what I had to do to get this Traxxas drag slash back up and running, and you might be surprised with what I did. So basically what we have here is a drag slash that I built. I took an off-road slash that was a brushed, I picked it up for less than $100 on Marketplace, and I got another package deal on Marketplace. I actually traded one for it. And I basically got everything I needed to convert this into a drag car. I got the tires, I got different arms, I got the low CG chassis, I got the body, I got, the wing, the wheelie bar, everything I needed, minus a few things that I added in. And it works awesome. I mean, this thing, it's very consistent, it's very, straight lined on a wheelie. You can give it to a kid, they can rip it around, and it's very user friendly. It's not overpowered, or at least it wasn't before. It might be now. We'll see in an upcoming video when I test out what I did. Hopefully this thing's a little faster. But basically, I like it. It's an awesome rig. I have the Lozy. That thing is an animal, but I don't let the kids play with this. I don't give this to just your average person and let them run it. That one, it's an animal. It's got a lot of power. This thing is very, you can rip this around, throw it sideways, and it's very stable, very nimble.
Don't give it to your girlfriend.
Yeah, don't give it to my girlfriend. Actually, no, she did. You did wreck this, didn't you?
I did. I flipped it.
Yep. Flipped it, ran it into a curb.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
Yep.
That was bad.
That's where the damage came from.
That's because it was too fast. Yeah. What? It was.
So basically, what we have going on here is this. Don't mind the wires, it is a mess. I have to tidy that up, but I got it working, so I wanted to show you guys. Originally, after I started doing the repairs, I found this other ESC in my parts bin, and I thought it was a Castle. I got it on Marketplace. I actually got it from the same guy I got this from, and I like what I got. What I got from him is very good, but he got me on some stuff, and that's what I'm going to go over that in my my next video after this one. And he got me for a motor, he got me on this ESC a little bit, and
Jerk.
Yeah, he was a jerk. So my lesson learned will be hopefully your lesson learned on my suffering. So definitely subscribe and tune into that video. You don't want to miss that. That's going to help you guys, I promise. But what we have here now, I had the hobby wing in here, the Just Stock, and it was a cool ESC when it worked, but I had issues with it and they weren't able to help me get it figured out. So I was going to put the Castle that I got on the deal in it, and after trying to get it programmed, I was having a ton of issues with programming this one, and I couldn't figure it out, and everything I did for like a Castle, it wasn't working. So I started looking at it a little closer, and I realized that the leads were on opposite sides, and the switch was different than what a Castle Sidewinder 3 would be. That's what I thought it was. It looks very similar, might even be the same parts, who knows, but it's not a Castle, it's not a Sidewinder 3. It actually, after doing some research and looking at a ton of pictures, I found out that it is a hobby wing Red Cat out of a brushless Red Cat. So the guy got me on that too. It's not a Castle, it's a $70 or $80 ESC, not a $150 ESC like he told me. Or they might be cheaper now. I think the Sidewinders came down a little bit. But we have another hobby wing in here. Luckily this one works. I had to do some repairs to it. I had to solder some wires back on. I had some issues with these wires. Little tip: do not try to solder your Traxxas wires. They have a special coating on them, and you have to get that thing super, super hot in order for it to tin the solder to it. So don't cut your Traxxas wires. This person cut them, and I ended up, whenever I swapped the ESC out before, I didn't have much of an issue with it because I had another soldering iron I was using. I tried using my 30 amp this time, and it wasn't having it. It took forever, and I'm not very happy with the way it turned out, but it works, so we'll run it for now. With everything else, you know, it came together pretty good, and there was some issues with tuning it. I had to reverse the wires. That's the other thing. Don't try to reverse it in your receiver. I had to reverse the wires in this. I took the two outside ones, the A and the C, and I reversed those two wires on the motor. If you don't do it like that and you try to do it in the receiver, this particular one, it throws your brake is on your throttle side, and I ended up snapping an axle because of that. So don't do that. Definitely switch your wires. But yeah, so we're gonna get this thing fired up and I'll show you how she works. No problem, binded right to it. Seems like it rips. I can't wait to get this thing out and try it. I think it's definitely going to be faster than the other one. So yeah, I think we did pretty good. I think, you know, Hobby Wing redeemed themselves with a parts ESC that I had laying around out of a Red Cat. This one works good. I like it. And hopefully in the future, Hobby Wing can, you know, kind of redeem our relationship with communication, I guess we could say. I'm still waiting on an email back. The rep that was giving me the issues, he told me that he was going to pass it off to the manager, and or not the manager, the owner rather, or maybe it was his manager, I'm not sure. He wasn't very clear on that, but it was supposed to go up the chain and I haven't heard anything, so who knows. Maybe he just left it where it was and didn't say anything, or maybe they're you know, trying to figure out how to handle it. Maybe they're reviewing my channel. If they are, Hobby Wing, email me. I'll give you my address and maybe we can work something out. I'll promote you guys because I do like your products. This one works awesome, and they have some really cool their drift motors, the anodized aluminum. I've been checking them out. They look super cool. So, you know, there's a lot of their products that I was planning on ordering before all that, you know, mishap happened with their rep there on the email. So hopefully we can, you know, fix that, and I can put some Hobby Wing boxes back here, and the different guys that help me out, you know. Horizon Hobby, I love those guys. They really help me out, and great company to deal with. Traxxas, I can't say enough about Traxxas. You know, all their products are awesome. Like, I love Traxxas. This thing here, if you can get your hands on one of them, that's a bulletproof rig. I have two of these, and I've never broken a single thing on them. I've never had a single issue with them. You know, they're whoops, bulletproof. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna go into another little thing that I was messing with last night while I have your guys' attention, on the Traxxas drag slash. I have a couple bodies sitting around. Now, I like the Chevy body, you know, the C10, it's iconic. You know, there's a kid I went to school with that had one of these, and it was a maroon lifted long bed 4-wheel drive, and it was pretty cool. I think it had like a 307 in it, so it wasn't a powerhouse, but it was definitely a cool truck, and I've always liked them ever since then. This one here, you know, little note from Matt, I had to put a Ford sticker on there. So in my eyes, it's a Ford at heart. We'll say it's got a Ford motor in there. Although I probably shouldn't say that because the ESC gave me all kinds of issues, so I don't want to account that to Ford. But I don't know, I've been getting kind of tired of running a Chevy body, so I have these two here. The first one I was thinking was this Jeep. You know, everyone knows I'm a Jeep guy, and I love the Cherokees. I actually built this to resemble a two-wheel drive, or a two-door 5-speed lifted 4-wheel drive one I have, and hopefully I'm hoping to get that one back and get that one, you know, get some stuff done with my Jeeps here. You know, I'm going through some issues with that, but we won't get into that right now. But yeah, this thing, I think it would look pretty cool on there. What do you guys think? If I change the side rails and mounted it up, the only thing is it's a little heavy. I did a little rough mock-up with it just to see if it could handle the weight, and it does seem to take it, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do that, maybe we won't. In a future video, we'll check it out and see how she works. The other option I thought was pretty cool, and this is a light, like a Lexan body, but it's very detailed. It's an Element, and I don't know. I think that would kind of look cool on there. There we go. I don't know. That just has a kind of a neat stance to it. Or should we just keep the Chevy body on there?
Chevy.
Chevy?
Chevy.
Casey says the Chevy.
I mean, I like them both, but I like the lights with that one, and I wrecked it.
I mean, it's definitely got that cool old school gasser look to it, so.
No, I like it.
And maybe we'll just keep it like that for now.
I like my Bronco.
We'll build another drag car and put a Jeep body on
What?
it.
You can't replace my Bronco. It's
Whose?
my Bronco. What? What'd you say?
We'll get into that later. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this video. I don't want to sit here and keep rambling about this. I just wanted to share the ESC solution, dilemma, whatever you want to call it. You know, just let you know where I am with it, and let you know that I do have another hobby wing in there, and it, you know, it works great. Can't complain. All right, well, later, guys.